The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Bitcoin Almost Daily again. How's everybody doing? The center plan, what's up? Old timer and Wookie the cookie. Edward too good as promised. 3 months. Remember, Edward, hi man, how you doing? The green names in the chat. How's everybody doing, guys? I don't know how excited I am, right now, but it's still kind of, it's happening slowly, but we'll see that, we are not quite there yet. So I'm gonna talk about Bitcoin. I'm gonna talk about something else. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Alex. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yesterday we had a nice stream. By the way, guys, today is the moon day. So let's see the moon phases. Now we still don't got the moon phase up here. It's not up yet. The moon is not up yet on the charts, but it will be up during the day. When exactly, not quite sure, but it will be up during the day. So depends on which time zone the indicator is following. But it is the moon time, And yesterday we were watching the moon phases and we were trying to analyze the moon phases. So what we, what we concluded is that this moon has to be a good moon, and previously full moons, they weren't that bad. I mean, one was bad, but most of them are okay. So this is what we concluded down here. I mean, these full moons, beside you can see that this full moon only went sideways, this full moon went almost sideways, right? It's only this moon that went down. This moon went sideways technically, right? And this moon up here, now since all of the in the bearish scenario, in the bearish times, full moons have been pushing us sideways. So right now you are coming to this ending, and we are getting the full moon. So the worst case scenario is going sideways by looking at this. I mean, technically we can have this dump over here, but most likely it's that this full moon will pump us towards the upside. So there is that. There is one more thing we found out yesterday, and that's the Bollinger Bands on the monthly might be showing right now that we are coming back to the bottom, or we are back at the bottom. So let me start with showing you the Bollinger Bands on the monthly time frame. So what you're gonna see here, this is a monthly time frame, and we're gonna use an indicator called Bollinger Bands, this one over here. And what you're gonna see here is that these stops correlate really nicely with these with these moves on the downside. So let's see up here how we're gonna do this, and you'll see down here that exactly here where we get the top, we get this last candle up here, right? So as soon as you get this curvature towards the upside, it's kind of game over, right? It's kind of game over. And you see here also curvature. So these were the tops by looking at the Bollinger Bands. But what you're gonna notice is not where the tops were, because we already know. What you're gonna notice is that this I don't know, this dump, this curve, this whatever this is on Bollinger Bands is finished up here, right? It's finished. So this creating this crater down here, it's finished. But what you're gonna notice is that up here is that every time we get these finishing moves, we get the bottom, right? Same here. As soon as we start going to this curvature up here, you get the bottom, right? And right now we are going into this curvature up here, so this must be some kind of bottom just by looking at Bollinger Bands. So that's a little bit exciting, so that's good, right? So we like that. So that's what we found out yesterday. Right now, let me just pull up everything. Right now we are having this triangle and trying to, we are staying above the moving averages. Hello from Israel. Hello, man. How you doing? So right now we are above these moving averages. It looks nice, but not quite nice. I'm going to show you up here. So this is the triangle that we have been following for a while now. And it is getting close to breakout, right? So we went down, we were down between these moving averages, and as soon as we are about to fall out of this, we bounced above the moving averages. Right now holding these moving averages are going towards the upside, so there is big probability to break this towards the upside. So I think this looks a little bit bullish. Damn, so I missed the bottom. Just by looking at the Bollinger Bands. I mean, you're not that far away from the bottom, man. You're not that far away. You are like something like only like 20% away from the bottom. So it's not the worst thing in the world, if this is the bottom. Curve down to 22, 11, 22, then moon. We know that 22, 11, 22 is big day, but we don't know why. Don't want to FOMO now. Well, are you gonna FOMO now 20% or at 2000%? That's the question. Or 200%, right? You gotta FOMO at one point. You cannot stay out forever, right? You don't want to be the guy that follows the thing. So over here we are betting on the move towards the upside, and I'm still bullish towards the upside. But right now I'm going to show you that over here the triangle is not very optimistic short term. Now this is 1 hourly triangle over here. This is 1 hourly, this is 1 hourly action that's going on over here. And what you're going to see here, is that we fell out of the triangle towards downside. We retested that as a resistance. We are falling back. If we fall back below 4.3 again down here, that's gonna be bad. But if we can hold the support here at 40.3 up here, and bounce, I think this might actually look nice, actually look very nice. And 40.3 is important level. If you zoom out to the daily again, you'll see that 40.3 is right here where the 50 and 20 moving average are. So that's an important level to hold. So let's go back down to 1 hourly time frame. So I would like this best case scenario to hold this level down here without creating a lower low up here, without a low, because this is not a normal thing to do. You get some kind of consolidation band, some kind of triangle, you fall out of the triangle, you create some kind of support, you bounce, you retest the resistance. You don't want to break the support again. That's the thing. So short term right now, I'm looking retest on the support up here. If the support holds, I'm looking for a bounce, maybe even, you know, breakout towards the upside. But if we fail that on the downside, I'm seeing maybe all the way back down to some kind of 38, 39,000 down here. Let's see. Yeah, below the moving averages. Maybe down to some kind of 39, maybe just a small wick on the downside. I don't know how it's gonna play out if we break on the downside, but right now, you know, very, very short term, like hourly time frame, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this triangle. We saw the breakout on the downside. We saw the rejection of the resistance, and right now we are having this, you know, trying to create this support on the downside. So I'm looking, you know, somehow to create this support and then bounce towards the upside. If we fail on the downside, it might, you know, try to hit some other levels on the downside and try to hold those. Right now, minus 0.75%. But just by looking at the big time frames, let me just go a little bit back and clean these up. But just by looking at the big time frames, this looks actually legitimately nice. This looks very nice. This is I would say this has to break towards the upside. Just by looking on daily time frame without looking at the, you know, hourly and 4 hourly, this looks like it's getting ready to, you know, do something like, you know, break towards the upside up here, have a breakout, because we have been already, just prior to this move up here, we have tried to go down. We failed that. These were the bullish candle. This is a bullish engulfing candle above the 10 moving average. Then you got this red candle up here, also bullish because it stayed above the 10 moving average. Then you got a bounce above 50 moving average, bullish candle. Then you got a staying above the 20 and 50, that's a bullish candle. And as long as we can still stay above 20 and 50 candle, I will even consider this a bullish candle as well, because although we are below the support, below the resistance, we are still above the support, and support right now is at this 20 and 50 moving average. So right now what I'm looking for, maybe it's some kind of triangle up here that we are trying to create. Maybe I've drawn it a little bit differently, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking actually for a breakout towards upside. I'm more bullish than bearish right now in the short term. I'm gonna become bearish if for whatever reason we come back on the support line. I don't think there is, you know, any hope for that, you know, and I think that's gonna break on the downside. But right now it looks like it might just break towards the upside. So let's go back to the 1 hourly time frame up here and see if there is any, because, you know, this triangle, I drew it like this. I drew it like this and it looks like it broke, right? The triangle looks like it broke, give or take, something like this, right? It looks like it broke on the downside. This looks like a rejection, but there is this big wick up here, right? We can always draw this big wick, something like this, right? We can delete this and say this is the triangle, so maybe we're technically still in the triangle. So we'll see if this actually manages to break towards the upside. So how you draw this, you know, 1 hourly triangle? It's really, this 1 hour is really not that important, because you know, it's 1 hour. I mean, it's gonna play out so fast. I like watching this daily time frame because I think the daily time frame is very bullish the way I see it right now. So, you know, hopefully we can, you know, manage to do some nice moves up here. Hopefully. If of course, if everything is if. There is no such thing as certainty. I know what people want. People want to tell the Titan, hey man, this is gonna break out 100% tomorrow, you know, and it's gonna be nice and juicy and stuff like that. There is 0% chance to go on the downside, but unfortunately it's not like that. And you know, curiosity, 42 and 43, 44 levels will be resistance. If you break the blue box and stay on it, we can follow the upper resistance. In withdrawals, there is support at 39.30. Yeah. Okay guys, do you got any questions? Oh my god, I'm drinking coffee, a lot of milk, a lot of sugar. Look at weekly, super bullish. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. It is a little bullish, yeah. Weekly is is bullish tomorrow at 8:35 p.m. Weekly is bullish because you can see here, down here we create a very nice support at 37,000. This is a very nice support, and this lasts for 1 to 3 weeks. So the first week we dumped down to 37,000, and then we held 1 to 3 weeks, and today we are bouncing back off that. So very nice support down here at 37,000, give or take, right? That's 37,700. Very nice support. And with this week, if you can manage to close above this 10 moving average up here, that's gonna be bullish. And then next week, if you can close above the 42, 43, we can be very bullish. If you can get above 46 level, we're gonna be super bullish. If you can get above 69 levels up here, we're gonna be very, very bullish. So I know it's a lot of ifs, but we don't know, guys. We don't know. Sometimes we don't know what's gonna happen. Now this is actually playing out. This should be playing out, and everything looks fine and dandy. You can see here the trend line, and also on this part up here is playing out. Still not yet out of this trend, unfortunately, on the weekly time frame. So we need how much we need? Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit more, push towards the upside. To break this even this weekly time frame, right? If we push something like this, we might just be breaking this weekly time frame. We don't want to have a rejection down here. But I'm looking, if we start going towards upside, I'm looking at this 46.5 level up here. I'm looking at that as a resistance, this 2050 moving average. So if you go up here, I'm looking, to get some kind of resistance there. Hopefully we don't do this on the downside. Hopefully we don't do that on the downside. Wall is in the chat. Wall is in the chat. Bitcoin bull flag on hourly. Let's go to the F moon today. I don't think it's a bull flag. You are very George today. I hope so too. I hope so too. Am I George? Not really a fan of the fake sun in the top right. Yeah, what you guys think of the fake sun in the top right? Do you like it? Is it annoying? I thought since this is, Bitcoin morning daily show, we should probably have some kind of sun up there. I don't know. What you think? Should we remove it? It's just a little bit shine. It's bright. It's bright. Let's see if we can do something about brightness. Let's see if we can do something about brightness. Smooth? No, it's not smooth. I need it. I don't know, something like this maybe. But it looks weird, man. It looks weird. Love the sun. It's spring. Yeah, it's spring. That's why I'm thinking, like, it's spring. We gotta have some sun on the screen. The sun is the target. It's annoying. I hate morning kill it. It looks nice. It's bright. Let's do a poll. Shall we have the sun or not on dailies? Yes, it's nice. No, I'm not a morning. No. Let's just go with yes and no. Yes and no. Okay, there you go. You can vote, and we'll see whether we keep the sun or remove the sun. Love the sun. It's spring. Any thoughts on Tor chain? We'll see that. We are all bats here. I understand that some people might not think it's morning because it's you're in a different part of the world and it doesn't feel like that. But over here, it's very outside. You can see as soon as I remove my cup, the sun. It's spring. It's nice weather. So I'm trying to create some kind of nice cozy feeling. Hello, guy. I have a question. Can you look at GMT? That wasn't a question, man. I mean, technically it was a question and I can look at GMT, but is there a question behind that? The question. So right now 25 votes, 56 says yes, 44% says no. We're gonna leave it for the rest of the stream, and then at the end of the stream we're gonna decide whether we wanna keep the sun or not. Guys, I have most ARA. Is it a shit? A lot of people say. I don't think ARA is a shitcoin. I think they had the legit, you know, project and they are developing stuff. I would just say about ARA, although they are doing stuff nicely and stuff like that, they're a little slow to, you know, pushing stuff out. And in crypto space, you cannot be slow. You don't have, you know, 5 years to develop something. By the time you develop something in 5 years, its probability is that the technology will change so much that you will, you know, need to update your, you know, whatever you are building. And by the time you update it, you know, something new is gonna come, you know, and you're gonna be lagging on the behind. At least that's my way to see. So I don't think, you know, Cardano is pushing out fast enough the stuff and creating, you know, community, you know, building the working project. Like, are they seriously the most trustworthy? It might be trustworthy, but it's just not pushing out. Look at BNB, you know, they, as soon as something new comes, it comes out, you know. So people want, you know, push it out, show me. So there's that. What flipping switch in crypto means? Flipping switch in crypto. I don't know what flipping switch in crypto means. Did I say that? So over here, although it does look okay-ish, we might be having some problems down here. We are not above the resistance. We are still in this, you know, sideways mode. But if you can get above 41, 42 levels up here, you know, maybe we are breaking the trend. So we're gonna see how this actually works out. Okay, guys, I'm gonna check. There is, you know, we can check out the currency dollar, you know, dollar index, DXY. DXY is looking to create some kind of double top up here. I'm gonna show you up here. It's looking to create some kind of double top up here. It's not yet right all the way there, but you know, it's creating double top. If it falls below 98 down here, again, it's creating double top and might have a reversal towards the downside, which might help Bitcoin. Now we are still extended from the moving averages, so this you can technically, we can, you know, have another week on this poop on the downside, and we are still above the trend line. So this is still technically the DXY is still technically in an option, and there is no sign that this is right now gonna, you know, fall, you know, break out of the downtrend or anything like that. But we are a little bit extended, so we can have some kind of push on the downside, you know, before we blast towards the upside again, right? So we don't have to, you know, just, you know, do this and continue. If it does this, you know, towards the upside, means, you know, something's wrong with the world. But right now it more likely looks like we're gonna have a pullback. Now if we have a pullback, it might be, you know, good for Bitcoin and everything else. Inflation is massive, DXY going down. Yeah, because inflation is not caused by money printing, because if inflation was caused by money printing, you have seen that long before, because we have been printing so much money and, you know, DXY has been going sideways. So inflation that we are having in the world right now, it's not caused by money printing. You have to understand that. I think it's caused by, you know, supply chain and problems and, you know, everything, the war and stuff like that. And, you know, difficult to, you know, push out. So supply and demand. Supply is still high, but there is, so the demand is still high, but supply is low. And then, you know, the prices go up, of course. So everything gets more expensive and, you know, and stuff like that. But it's not because of the dollar. The dollar is still going towards the upside. The dollar is going up, but everything else is going also up, right? So, you know, I love your stream. Can we soon expect behind the scenes morning yoga reaction video and maybe ASMR? We did have ASMR, TASMR. Like, this is the red candle. And shh, soon it's gonna pop. Yeah, ASMR, we did have it. US is printing massive, right? Yeah, they're printing massive, you know, dollars, but dollar is still going towards the upside. So there is no inflation because of printing. There is inflation because of supply chain. At least from what I get. I mean, if you got some kind of other theory about that, I'm willing to hear that. But I think ASMR is something I would pay for. But I don't have the big bazookas, you know. I don't have the big bazookas. Please, only charts link. Only charts link. Yes, man, I'm gonna give you the only charts link. I don't know if it's only charts link you wanna, you know, you mean TF Fans Club link, not only charts. There you go, there is the link. Oh, wait. I missed. You don't want to join, but you know, your only charts link. Yeah, only charts. Only fans. We'll see that. Doesn't matter. Already, I enjoy ASMR. I never was a fan of ASMR, but you know, and deflation because of money flowing out of assets into dollar. Despite the printing, it still goes up. Yeah, I don't know. It might be that. It might be that. You might be right on that. Money is flowing out of assets into the dollar. Yeah. So every time, if you look at crisis 2008, crisis 2000, you'll see that once the stock market goes down, the dollar index goes right towards the upside. So that might be also the case, right? You know, people are buying dollars because they don't know what else to do with the money. Yeah, there was one thing I want to talk about today, and that was the brain. So you know, I've always had problem sleeping at evenings, and yesterday for some reason I was thinking like, oh my god, the brain has really a fucked up way to tell you that you should be sleeping more. And I understood that because there was a couple of years ago when I had really bad time sleeping, and I was up a lot all night, and I was getting like 3-4 hours of sleep a night. And I remember once I started to get nightmares. I mean, really bad nightmares, like paralyzing nightmares. I was up so late, I was keeping my eyes open as long as I could. Then I would try to sleep. I started to get these really bad nightmares in my head. And once it was so bad that I was so scared. And I was almost, this was like a couple of years ago, so I'm a grown up, grown ass man. So I had to, stand up, wake up from my bed, go into my wife's room, and we slept in separate rooms because the baby was little, right? So I had to go to my wife's room to sleep with her because I was so afraid to, fall asleep again alone. And yesterday, for some reason, I don't know why I thought about it, but that's the brain's way to tell you, man, get sleep or I'm gonna, make your life really bad. Because I was thinking, why was I getting these nightmares? Why was I getting these like paralyzing nightmares in my head and not some nice dreams? So because it really doesn't make any sense. So yeah, you're tired, you should go sleep, your brain starts hallucinating, creating stuff in your head. I mean, it really doesn't make sense, to make only bad dreams, only nightmares, right? But it is only nightmares. So if you are super tired, like really tired, and you do it for over a period of time, and your brain gets a little sleep, your brain will start creating these nightmares to tell you, do not get more rest, because if you continue doing this, I'm gonna scare the shit out of you. So I think that's brain's way to say, man, you need more sleep. It's a fucked up way to, tell you that you need more sleep, but So that's what I concluded. If you sleep, that's brain way to tell you, if you sleep enough, if you don't sleep enough, the brain will, do stuff to you to make you, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna go and sleep like 6 hours at least to avoid this. So there might be that. If Ukraine crisis ends, all should pump. If Third World War begins, let's go to zero. Geopolitics, man, I absolutely know. Iz perspektive anatomije I fiziologije, ako si blizu. I did not quite get that. I mean, I understand what you said, but I did not quite get, the meaning behind the... I did not get what the writer was trying to, say. So DXY going up still, but I think it might dump a little bit down here, especially because this looks like a double top up here. If it goes below 98, it might continue a little bit more on the downside. Late adopter sleep science. Yeah, but we did the Bitcoin, we did the DXY, so it's okay to talk, but thanks, serious. Yeah, I've been sleep deprived for a long time, so all my life, I think, since my dad was, never sleeping at nights, I think I just inherited that from him. But it got really bad like a couple of years ago, really bad. So I was sleeping way too little, and these, I would say these nightmares, these nightmares at night, these paralyzing nightmares, it got me to, okay, maybe I should not sleep only 3 hours, maybe I should sleep a little bit longer, Pump it up, TLA. Wish, wow, near, yeah, wish. Yeah, pump it up. So is there anything else that's looking good up here? Let's see here. Hex is creating this double bottom down here, so you know Hex might have a nice move towards the upside. So for you traders that are trading on dexes and stuff like that, you might want to check the Hex, because Hex is overextended on the downside, getting this bottom down here. Moving averages are extended on the upside, right? There is probability that it might go towards the upside. We also got on Hex, we also got a nice divergence created up here, right? So it doesn't look like, if it starts going up here, it might create the, you know, bearish divergence. So what's happening here, it might be just it's creating, you know, consolidation pattern before continuation, but it can also, you know, a probability, if it starts breaking up here and continues higher, you know, it might just be very nice move towards the upside, wherever the upside is, right? So the way I would see it right now on Hex right now, I think there are two possibilities. Let's see this on the 2-day. Yeah, it's fine. 2 days fine. I'm gonna use this one or this one. Yeah, this one seems legit because 20 moving average. So right now I would see, I will assume that if this goes up, maybe up to 14 or something like that. So, you know, it might be a nice trade, you know, for you traders, like 25%, something like that. It does seem legit that it might be because of this move. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out. But you know, this isn't finished until we get, let's say up here around like $2 or something like that. So you know, until we do this, you know, it's not happening yet. Check out Ape. Yeah, let's check out Ape, because Ape did some serious moves yesterday. So this is a new thing that came out from the, you know, Beach Club, whatever it's called. It's not Twitter, it's CoinCap. So Ape, somebody said it went up to 50, then last time I checked it went down to 10 or 8. Right now it's at 15. Another damn, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. $15. But what its market cap? 4 billion. 4 billion market cap. Okay, 4 billion market cap. So in this, where should this be at? 7 billion, 4 billion. So it's around the level. It's a 30 on market cap. But Bitcoin Cash is here as well. So you know, it's totally legit that, you know, ApeCoin is, you know, in the same spot where Bitcoin Cash is. All good. Sleep is important. Do you think TLM has accumulated enough for a little pump? I don't think so. I don't think so. Little pump. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It looks like it might break up. Because it cannot be this one. This 2 day. Let's see 1 day up here. Yeah, it's already, so we got this falling wedge down here happening, right? You got a falling wedge. You broke out of that falling wedge. Maybe you get some kind of, you know, pullback up here, but this looks like it's already broken out of this, you know, last falling wedge up here. Now in the bigger scheme of things, it's not looking that, you know, optimistic, but a small pump is definitely possible. Maybe it's something like 11.20 or something like that. This could definitely happen, right? Moon phase. Yeah, we did moon phase at the start of the video. As for nightmares and autonomy, you know, and psychology of brain, in case of chronic insomnia, the brain begins to activate certain parts such as the cerebral cortex for several days in a row. This is due to excessive neurological activity, neurological uncontrolled outbursts of neurons and their voltage, and the appearance of short-lived nightmares. These are the basics of neuroscience. Well, I had that, man. But I don't understand why do you get you know, nightmares instead of, you know, sexual dreams or something like that, something nice, you know. Why don't I dream about sunshine and rainbows and unicorns, you know? I know the brain goes high, but why is it nightmares, man? Why it's nightmares, you know? That's what I don't get it. I understand that, you know, brain is overtired, you know, it's not cleaned off the trash inside the brain, you know, because when we sleep, we are actually doing the exercises and the cleaning of the brain, but why nightmares? Why nightmares? So go to sleep. Yeah, so you need like 6-7 hours of sleep to clean the brain, you know, to not get deprivation. But if you get this big deprivation like over a long period of time, like it's nightmares. So if you can explain to me why do we get nightmares instead of nice dreams, that'd be nice. I think it's nightmares because it's brain's way to tell you you do not want to do that. Because assume we get very nice dreams. Assume you have sleep deprivation and you go to bed and then you get these very, very nice dreams of sunshine and rainbows, boys and girls and yachts and money and fame. I mean, people will stop going to sleep just to experience that over and over again, right? So I think it's a biological evolutionary way for the brain to tell you that here's nightmares, don't do this ever again, So that's what at least what I thought about yesterday, because yesterday I was like, why nightmares? Why not nice dreams? Mine needs the detox as well. Yeah, that's the detoxing. Sleep is the detox for the brain. So brain needs to sleep, to clean up the trash. From what I get it, there was a talk. I don't know if it was on TED Talks or somewhere else. That was talking about that only way our brain can clean itself, because it doesn't clean during the day, is when we go to sleep. So it shrinks and then all this fluid gets cleaned, and then we wake up and we are well rested. So that's about it. Bit still makes a lower high 4 hours and daily chart. Is a bullish symmetrical triangle. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a bullish symmetrical triangle. We have been watching it. I think it should break to the upside. It might break on the downside if this fails. Right now this looks like a rejection a little bit, but we still got these 3 moving averages right below us. As long as we don't fall again below the moving averages, I'm bullish. If we fall below, I'm bearish. As long as we are, so this is the cutoff. Up here bullish, down here bearish, down here confirmation, up here confirmation, right? So there is always that, right? Okay, guys, I got nothing else. We looked at DXY, we looked at BTC. Dow Jones is making big moves towards the upside, but unfortunately, it only it got extended on the downside. It just trades the it got extended downside, so it pulled back to the 10 moving average. It might even pull back a little bit more towards the upside, but this is still on a downtrend. The Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the market is still in downtrend, and thankfully there is nothing that right now says that this is gonna you can see here it can definitely go a little bit up more to these moving averages up here and still be in a weekly downtrend on the downside. So although we had like 3-4 days right now, three days towards the upside up here, very nice moves straight up. This looks like it might do something less, and then we'll see whether it might continue one way or the other way. But from everything that's happening, this is more likely just to continue on the downside. So I don't see this this having any kind of new moves towards upside. Coming down into triangle might break further down. Yeah, if it comes down into the triangle, it might break further down. Because we are humans living like animals, eat, drink, sleep, and have sex. We lost our way back to the creator. Yeah, maybe. So check this out, guys. Check this out. I'm gonna show you the oil has nice pump down here, create money, but it went up to this resistance up here. I'm still bearish on the oil. I still think oil is gonna go on the downside, although it had a nice pump. Gold also had a nice pump towards the upside, but that's because you have these overextended levels, and then you have to do this, and it doesn't really benefit anybody watching this on the daily time frame. But watching it on the weekly time frame is more purposeful. So we got some kind of trend up here. We got a secondary trend up here. If you break the secondary trend over here, it's gonna be bad. So it's gonna take a while before we see what's gonna happen. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end it there. Thanks for watching. By the way, let's end the poll. BTC and SPX, we are strong in the traditional markets. Yeah, right now everything is stronger than traditional markets because markets are going down. So we're gonna keep the sun in the right corner. 59 says, shall we have the sun on the daily or not? 59 says yes, 40% said no, 64 votes. So thanks for voting. We're gonna keep the sun, unfortunately for the 40% of the people, but luckily for the rest of them. Anyways, guys, keep watching this triangle, keep watching the triangle and see what's gonna happen up here. This is the most important thing, right? This triangle up here. You can also watch this on the small time frame, but it's not very beneficial. Like, we can try to figure out when it's gonna break out and stuff like that. The daily is really important. So, you know, we wanna see some kind of maybe a couple of days up here and then blast towards the upside. So, you know, this might take a little bit more while. Doesn't look like any big moves are about to be happening. So sideways movement. Watch what's happening with the Ape Club or whatever it's called, right? ApeCoin. It's not Ape Club. And smash the like button on the way out. Thanks for watching, guys. That was Bitcoin Daily. Tomorrow also, maybe, almost Bitcoin Daily tomorrow as well. Today is also the full moon, so we are in good spirits. We got a triangle, we are at the triangle, we are above the moving averages. We got the full moon. We saw the Bollinger Bands telling us that we might be on some kind of bottom. You know, it looks nice. It looks like there is no need to be pessimistic right now. There is no need to be bearish. You know, we're gonna become bearish when things start to change, but right now it's nothing. There is nothing that says that, you know, we should, you know, have any kind of fear for any kind of dump, you know. And if that comes, there will be signs before it actually happens. And first sign will be, you know, closing down here. The second sign is going back down here, you know, maybe even some kind of, you know, retest or something like that. You know, there will be signs, but right now there are zero signs that anything bearish is going on. I mean, sure, you can say that this is consolidation pattern after a dump that's gonna be continuation pattern on the downside, but it can just as well blast towards the upside. Right now it looks more likely to blast towards the upside and downside. Anyways, guys, see you around. Bye bye. Where is the stop button?